and welcome to my painting. I'm Ty the Paint Guy. We're going to be doing this painting here called San Josef. It's one that I created for the North Island because San Josef Bay was voted one of the top 50 beaches in the world recently. And I'm really trying to create more local scenes, Vancouver Island scenes, places that people will want to paint and put on their wall. First step in this painting is to get a base coat on the sky. So I'm using this big brush, and you can see my canvas has just a few light pencil marks to help me mark out where things are going to be. I'm going to start with my big brush, and I'm going to get a little bit of white paint here and some of this magenta color. Oh, I better just check my mic. Is my mic on? Oh, that's good. Green light. Okay, so white on the brush first and some magenta mixed in. This will make almost a pinky color. I like to use the lip of the plate too to get some extra paint on there. There we go. All right. To begin, we start just above our horizon line using the brush on the thin side here. And we'll go right above. So as you can see, when we go right above, it actually spreads the paint out so that it goes a little lower. So we start just above, and that accounts for that spreading of the paint. Keeps our paint close or just above that horizon line. We can smooth it out, get a little bit finer with the curve there that we like. And now I'm going to start curving this color up on the edges. One of the neat things I did with this painting, because a lot of times we have horizon lines and they're just flat, but I wanted to create a slightly different look for this one. So I did a bit of a curve on the horizon line this way, and in the sky I accented it by creating a bit of a curve in my sky colors. So let's get this color on. Whoop, and let's blend it. I said, oh, there, because we just had a little bit of a drip, and that can happen. When you're using water-based paints, you want to have water on your brush, but not too much. If you have too much, you can get a little drip, like I just did. And we'll paint our edges as we go here. Use up that extra paint. So this is just our base coat. We're not going to fuss over trying to get it perfect in one coat. We simply want to get that color on the canvas. And now we're going to use a really common technique that we use often when we're doing base coats. We clean our brush. Get that excess water off. And just with a clean, damp brush, we go right over that edge. Before that paint has a time to really dry, this allows me to soften that edge up, and that's how I can get this nice gradient change of color. Okay, let's go to our next color. Now we've got a cobalt blue and a white here, and again, I'm going to load my brush up with white. You may notice that I didn't bother cleaning my brush. The reason for that is we're working with a purpley pink that we kind of want to blend. We don't kind of want it to blend, we do want it to blend with this cobalt blue. I am working on cutting out my ums and ahs. Kind of, just a little, likes, all those filler words. So there you can see I've got a nice mix of cobalt blue and white. I'm going to start right above that purpley pink. Get this paint on the canvas. And I'm slowly blending with the color below. So side to side, bringing that blue down into the purpley pink. And then we get that nice soft change. Let's get the rest of the paint off the brush here. We do want to leave a nice area up top to get really dark for our night sky. However, we also take this lighter color a little higher so that that dark has something to blend in with. And let's paint our edges as we go. Just how we did with the pink there. The dark has something to blend in. The color above has something to blend in with the color below. So we bring that color below a little higher than what we want. And that allows for the overlap. Now my brush is fairly clean or fairly out of paint, but there's still a residue on there. And I'm going to use that again to just go over this slightly and start to blend. It's nice, I think, a nice look having that hint of blue on top of this purpley pink color. Okay, let's clean our brush. Give it a good rinse there. And now we're going to get into our darker color. So this is almost black. It's a Payne's gray that is a mixture I made. It's not bottled Payne's gray, it's homemade Payne's gray. So it's black with a ultramarine and a little bit of white. And beside it is the ultramarine there. This way I can start with some ultramarine on my brush. And a little bit of Payne's gray. Oh, that was a lot, but that's okay. We'll work with what we got. And we're going to start right above this color. So this won't be the fully dark night sky color, but this will get us closer. As we blend it with the color below. And now let's go full Payne's gray up here. Again, this is the base coat. We will do one more pass at this background color to get our colors and our little finishing touches, so to speak, on the second coat. It's like painting a house. You usually need more than one coat. Some nice streaks there. You can see that I'm also using my brush strokes edge to edge without stopping. Okay, that's good for a base coat. Clean my brush off really well. And while this color is wet, I am going to add just a little more blue to darken this up. A little more cobalt blue. We'll go right through the middle here. Blend it with the color above. And we'll blend it in with that color below, just while it's wet. Okay. Let's see, sometimes it's nice to take a step back and reflect on what you've painted. And that is our first step. We'll be back to do the ocean next.